So, Sunday morning, and it is an amazing blue sky. A little bit of a frost this morning, but it's rapidly warming out. What it says it is at the moment, 3 degrees. So I'm thinking, oh, we gotta jump. Why the? I'm just trying to reverse out the drive here. Jump at the opportunity. So I've just dropped my daughter. Wow, that's close. I've just dropped my daughter at work, and I thought, oh, I've put my swimming stuff in. I'll whiz straight out, but then I'm feeling guilty because I used to take the dogs with me, so I'm actually going to go home, pick the dogs up, and I'm thinking actually on a nice, although yesterday's swim at the Weir Pool below Chagford was just amazing. I'm definitely going to be doing that again and going in that from the new side for me, which the local teenagers taught me about. And that was great fun finding that, because it wasn't that easy. Finding signs that say no entry and landowners threatening to call the police. And none of which we went and did, but we found the route that everybody walks down. It's a well-trodden route. It's one of those. It's not a right of way, but it's I don't know whether it's a permitted path, but it's definitely one that the population of Chagford use a lot, judging by the wear and tear to the grass, the trodden path. Yeah, but I'm feeling like a sea swim. A lovely morning this morning. I'm thinking actually going to the beach, making sure it's a beach that got a westerly outlook, so I can enjoy that swim. So I'm sort of toyed between Dawlish. Actually, it's not actually Dawlish Warren itself. Dawlish itself, gosh, I have swum there once, and that's going to be the only time. I'm not going to swim at Dawlish again. But Dawlish Warren is not too bad. The sad bit about Dawlish Warren is, the exciting bit of Dawlish Warren is getting out towards the end of the Warren, but from Groin 9, which is only about 2/3 of the way along. You're not allowed to take dogs all the year round, because it's so precious for nesting birds and bits and pieces. Well, they're not nesting, are they? But building themselves up, ready for nesting soon. So that kind of rules out that bit with Dawlish Warren. But there's another bit. I'm trying to think what it's called. But anyhow, just slightly around. So that's a possibility. Or I might just go for my old favourite and whiz down to Teignmouth, because that's just such an easy drive down a dual carriageway for me. Throw the dogs in. You'll find out in a minute. I'm also semi-excited this morning because I've got a diesel heater in my van. The first van I converted, a T5, we put the German Wabesco diesel heater in there, which was amazing, but it's the best part of $1,000. So it's a huge, sort of financial investment. And then I was reading that the Chinese, the very day that the copyright ran out on the German one, you could pick up a Chinese one, which is just a dead copy, and all the sort of forums on the internet say that they're actually really good, and they're, oh gosh, 80 quid, best part of, and it's just a dead copy. And so I had one of those fitted in this van, and it's been working absolutely beautifully, but I keep getting an error message, and I think it's the connection for the diesel pump. They've got a strange old diesel pump. They're quite noisy. It makes a tick 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 ticking noise. And yesterday it wasn't working, and today it is working again. And it's one of those classic ones, isn't it? If it stopped working altogether, that would be great, because I could probably track down what it is. But because it's a temperamental problem, it's like, is it the connection on the? Because I keep going underneath and pulling it apart, putting it back in again. So what I might do is just buy myself another diesel pump, and of course they're so cheap that worst case scenario is you just buy a whole new diesel heater for 80 quid. Hopefully I can buy just the pump. It is, horses for course, isn't it? You get what you pay for. So one of the problems with the Chinese diesel heaters is there are several different versions out. So the controller for mine is unusual. There's not very many people, when you look on YouTube, that have got the same controller. It looks the same, but where the little battery symbol is in a slightly different place, and the button sequences are different. And whoever did the translation from Chinese to English probably used Google Translate, because that's really quite interesting. So whether the diesel pump is standard, I'm hoping it is. I got caught out actually. I've just changed the electric windows button on the driver's side on my van, because it has been working fine but doesn't work the passenger side, and we're just about to go to France skiing in a few weeks time, so I thought that's going to be a real pain in the bum with the tolls with it not working the passenger one. So I ordered one on eBay because it was cheaper for my year, and I put the registration in a bits and pieces, and it fitted, and all the lights go on, and the central locking works. Doesn't work either window. So that's not the right one, so that's got to come out this morning, and I'm going to have a look at the old one. I'm guessing that there's a slightly different model number, but whether we'll have a similar story with my diesel heater, I'll let you know. Very quick tour. In theory it's dog cage for 2 dogs, but we end up carrying more than 2 dogs, and so they've crept into this side as well. So we've got refillable gas that you can fill up from the petrol stations, fill up yourself, which can be fun. Water's at the back there. We've got 2 25-litre containers, and that's my shower next to Poppy, and then the box behind there is where the loo is. You might be able to, and then we've got a double bed, and then this is a fairly recent transition. I'll drop it down, you'll be able to see it from the inside. The idea being that if it's a wet day and you open the back doors, I don't want the bed getting wet. Teignmouth, I'll quick finish off the tour of the van, very quick. So she was a Commander minibus, so she had 6 of these in the back. We use 2, they're great because they're waterproof, but they're kind of fixed in place. I had to lift this height up to match there, so that then gives us some storage places in those. Those 2 are on swivel seats that swing round. This is actually another driver's seat, so they're cheaper, so I had to do some welding to go and get the seat belt on the front. And then we've done a kind of wooden floor, a fairly large vent at the back there, which is really good, and even in the summer it's really cool. That was a blind I talked to you about that goes down. So the bed's up the top. Oops, fallen over. We put in a cooker that I got out of my boat, needed a bit of maintenance to go in there, and then these are all drawers that go into our pieces in here. This is a loo that pulls out. This is a door that allows us to get the dogs. Dogs just gone around the back there. That's there, the spare one. And leisure batteries behind there. We've gone for a foot pump for my water, which is actually out at the moment, so I can't pump it. It's not going to do anything. And then the fridge, we had to move it around a little bit. This is a compressor fridge, which is great. There's Bram Bram. But this was a copper jam bowl that I knocked out the bolt to give it a slight bowl, and the storage under there. And then electrics, this is going to have some strips of pallet wood to finish it off. And then this one in here, C-Tech's quite good. It does your charger relay for the front battery, and also does my solar, so it shows I've got solars going there. And then there's going to be a board that goes, there'll be a hinge that goes up, so we can hide that, but this actually comes back so I can get back at the wires, and that one comes out so I can get at the back of the wires. And then we've got these wall cabinets along here. This side haven't been painted yet, this side has. And then these base units, the game is to paint them a duck egg green, blue, and then there was a strut in here that I cut out, and then that's got a 10mm neoprene insulation, and then a normal carpet that goes across, which works well. One of the hassles I've got is to meet the camper van regs, you need 2 windows on one side, so I'd have to go and put another window either up here, which I could, or down there, but I don't want to, so probably going to leave it as be. And then we've got these lights. I cut some lights in at the top here, some touch lights, they're quite cool from way at the front. And then if we whiz up here, a bit difficult one-handed. You can see I got my max bed, which is brilliant. Keeps you really cool in the summer. Gentle breeze going down, and then also we have it on low, sucking out at night, so it get virtually no condensation. It's a bigger one, and then this triple 100 watt solar panels. Put it underneath so I could put my canoes on the top, but then the problem I got is I found out that if you shade any bits of the solar panel, it takes out all of that array, so I need to do a bit of research. It does all right at the moment. We don't find the biggest draw is having the diesel heater on all night. At, the view from up here, eh? How cool is this? Right, time for a swim. Archetypal view out the back of your van with the sea view. Although I can't have my doors like that really because I can't walk along the seafront. But it's a rather amazing car park because you can park here free with a camper van for the night. So you've got a back beach over there. There's my van over that way. I mean, what a location, eh? And like I say, it's camper van friendly, so it's free overnight. I think it starts at like 9 o'clock in the morning or something. Now about whether we swim on this seaward side or on the back beach. Seaward side's looking good today. Or do we go for a swim on the back beach? Oh well, the back beach is my favourite. There's a bit of a offshore breeze, a bit of a cold wind, so I think the sea beach is going to crack it today. The pontoons I've talked about before, just on those boats they swim out to, and not supposed to, but you can jump off, and that's a little island that appears at low water. It does get more exposed than it is now. There's Sheldon over there. Here we go at Teignmouth. What a fantastic morning. Spoilt again, very similar to Lyme Regis. Yeah, lovely morning. The water's not quite as clear as it was at Chagford yesterday. At Lyme Regis has been a couple of cracking days, and Chagford definitely going up there again. That was a fantastic location. Just way clearer on this side. I think it must be as the flow of the tides just here, as opposed to where I just went to swim out on the seaward side, and the very small swell that's coming in is just enough to kick up a little bit of sediment. This is my usual favourite place to go swimming. Gets deep really quick, and there's a bit of an eddy pool in here, and sometimes what's quite nice is the tide's flowing out, you go in and get in by the ferry, the black and white boat you see up there, and you can swim down here with the current, which is really nice, and then swim back out, and the current will take you back out again. You end up with this big eddy in here. Those floating pontoons that you're not allowed to go and swim to or dive off or seal launch off of. Not that I've done any of those things.